Hello, SEIU Local 9 members at LAUSD. Are you ready? Are you ready to take action? My name is Max Arias, elected Executive Director for SEIU Local 99, and I'm ready to fight. Let's be clear, we've been bargaining for 18 months with LAUSD. 18 months. And during that time, LAUSD offered nothing. I mean nothing to address the concerns that we raised. Concerns such as our members cannot afford a one-bedroom apartment in LA. Concerns that we raised with LAUSD such as 30% of our members are housing insecure. We have members that go to sleep hungry. And they're also parents of children. And guess what? You should not have to live like that if you have a full-time job. Especially if your job is so important as your job is to care and educate our future. It is unacceptable. That is why we made very clear demands to LAUSD. We need 8 hours of work for Unit B. We need 4 hours of work for Unit G. We need more custodians. We need more hours of work for food service workers. We need more district special ed assistants and healthcare assistants, not less. We need to end the subcontracting of the warehouse work to Amazon. These are the things that we are demanding. We are demanding clean, safe, supportive schools. And to achieve that, the people that work and care for those schools need to have good union jobs with which they can raise their families in dignity. And when we demand better from LAUSD, they always say no. They say no to us. However, at the same time, LAUSD said yes to Superintendent Carvalho's contract. They say, yes, we're going to renew your contract and keep paying you $400,000. And we're going to throw in $50,000 bonus for your retirement. While at the same time telling us we may take away your health care. While at the same time telling us we're not going to give you a raise that's worth anything. That's why they're only offering 6%. But we have a choice. Our choice is to accept that or fight it. And we know how to fight it. And I have seen you picketing at schools, marching on principals, joining rallies, and we keep fighting. However, as we keep fighting, LAUSD, they don't like it. So they're pushing back. And they're violating a lot of your rights. Sometimes they get on you because you protested. They start treating you differently because you dare protest. Well, that's unlawful. That's called a labor charge. And you need to report it. They sometimes, the way they retaliate is by moving you from your site or cutting your hours just enough so you don't get health care. Just because you dare speak out. Just because we as a union dare demand better. That is unacceptable and we need to fight it. The way to fight the unfair practices that LAUSD is committing with us, one is to educate ourselves and know that we have the right to protest on our own time, to demand better from the district. We have the right to do that without being retaliated. So, because they are retaliating with us for demanding something better for us as students, we are going to have to take action. And that action starts on December 16th, in which we all need to show up as Union Local 99 members to protest. The details will be forthcoming. Mark the date. December 16th, we will be protesting the district. We will be demanding a good contract and demanding that they stop retaliating and committing unfair practices. Because if they continue to do that, we will take step 2, which is we're going to vote. You are going to vote whether to strike LAUSD for those unfair practices because they not deny you a contract by violating your rights. You have the right to strike if we have to. So step 2 is take a strike vote early next year. And step 3, if needed, we will strike. But that's up to you, members. It is your choice. Your choice is to accept what LAUSD is offering you, 6% raise and nothing else for 3 years, mind you, which does nothing. which does nothing. It gives you a raise, but you know better. Inflation is higher than that, and I don't have to tell you how much you and your coworkers are struggling. So our choices are simple. We either not protest and just accept what they gave us, or show up en masse on December 16th, be ready to protest the unfair practices that LAUSD is committing against us by taking a strike vote, and if needed, be ready to strike. Because when we fight, we win.